All right, guys. It's Tristan and Andrea. We get the question all the time. What are some Netflix shows that we love to watch and some of our favorite Netflix shows? So we made a list of 12 Netflix shows that we think you guys would love watching and would be interesting to watch. So number 12 on the list, it's in no particular order, but at the end of the video, we will tell you guys our number one show that we love to watch. Number 12 is Money Heist. It's two parts to it. The third part is coming July 19th, and it's a great show if you like anything has to do with bank robberies or anything like that. That's an excellent show to watch.
I'll do the next one. Okay, 11 is How to Get Away with Murder. It's 6 seasons. It's really, really good. It's one of my mom's favorite too. The main character is a really strong black woman, and she has created this system of being an attorney, and it's really intelligent the way that it's set up, and I enjoyed watching it.
Hey, number 10, we have Ozark. And Ozark has 2 seasons to it. It's basically based on a guy that does some undercover like mob type work for some or is it mob work?
It's
kind of like drug related.
It's drug related.
Yeah, it's kind of like drug related.
He uplifts his family and moves them all to the Ozark in the middle of nowhere, and it's just.
He has to do all kinds of stuff.
It was okay. It
too.
wasn't one of my favorites, but it was enough to watch the 2
I
seasons. The next one is Bloodline, and this was about a family who did whatever necessary to protect their last name. And it's about 2 brothers and a sister. Was it 3 brothers or 2 brothers and a sister? 2 brothers.
3 brothers. 3 brothers.
Okay. And their dad ends up passing away, and their mom. It's all about scandal within this family and how they try to have each other's back and cover each other up to keep their last name clean. Our kids are playing Mortal Kombat in the background. Yay, good job.
The next show that we think you guys should watch is Scandal. Scandal has 7 seasons. It's probably one of my favorite shows to watch.
He's seen all the seasons, but I'm catching up on them now, and he rewatches most of them with me. Sometimes I hear him snoring about halfway through the episode.
Scandal is...
But it's really, really good.
If you like power, if you like,
it's literally
scandals that go on in the White House. I mean, there's probably at least 10 scandals per episode. Yeah. And each episode is like 42, 45 minutes long. And it's a really good show.
Another one that we really liked was Orange is the New Black. I really, really liked the first couple of seasons, but then I felt like the seasons kept getting almost repetitive, redundant, and a lot of the same stuff was happening, and a lot of inappropriate behavior started happening, and I didn't feel comfortable watching it.
Which is all the same, like cops beating prisoners.
That's really redundant stuff.
But it was really good. The
first couple seasons were good.
Yeah.
So then that's why we started watching Wentworth, which is like a British spin. We don't know if it was first or Orange is the New Black was first, but we really liked Wentworth. I guess the reason why we liked it so much more is because it had less of the inappropriateness, and it was more almost about like prison gangs.
Yeah, I felt like it did a little bit more outside of the prison also than it did inside. Yeah. A little bit more than Orange is the New Black did. So after Orange is the New Black,
I don't like that one.
So after Orange is the New Black and after Wentworth, we have House of Cards. And House of Cards, I liked it. It's a lot like Scandal. It's a lot of the presidential, White House scandal stuff, like secret money, secret dealings and stuff underneath the table. Like if they have to have a bill to be passed, like they'll have a red file.
What's that main actor's name? You can picture it, can you?
Yeah, I know what he looks like.
I can't think of his name right now. But for
guy.
some reason, I don't really like him in that position on that show. I didn't like him as the president, and I think that's why I didn't like that show. But it is really close to scandal. There's a lot of like affairs going on in terms of the president. It's pretty interesting. We love Shameless. We think about how I love Shameless. My family is a hot wreck.
I think you posted one time about how
I feel like I am a Gallagher.
how you listen to Gallagher.
Because my family is so crazy and we're here, there, and everywhere. And so it reminds me of my family in a way. And I love, 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 love Shameless. That's probably one of my favorites.
Another one is 13 Reasons. 13 Reasons, I feel like everybody talked about 13 Reasons for a while. I liked it. I liked the whole tape. You know, it had a good story to it. I liked the plot.
I think it was
everything to
important to see, especially because I just got my master's in guidance counseling. And a lot of it was from his perspective as a guidance counselor. And so I think it is kind of educating, but it's not something that I would necessarily want my kids to watch. And then also the second season, I didn't like as much as the first one. I thought they did so good on the first one, then it went from a message to almost like trying to make money.
So the next one is...
It's the last one before we talk about our favorite one.
Our favorite one. Everybody's going to love it, we think. But it's Greenleaf. And Greenleaf is basically based around the church and the whole aspect of building a community and stuff like that. The only thing I think the bad thing about Greenleaf was it was basically one church publicly battling against another church, and the scandals and stuff that they did and stuff, and they revolved everything around money and how
it was about, it's like the struggle of this really, really influential, successful black family and their struggle in terms of like brothers and sisters, and one sister had been abused and their struggles internally. One girl was having infertility problems. The husband was battling with a sin from his wife's past, and they're battling with all these sins, and it's almost like they come to a head, but it's really, really interesting. It's not, I would not say it's Christian at all.
No.
Because there's a lot of fighting and scandal, so it's not like a church show based on Christianity, but it's about the corruption within a church.
Yeah, we really enjoyed it, especially us getting back into church full head of steam. We really liked that show. Shout out to Jeff Phillips, our pastor.
Legacy.
Yeah, Legacy Fit. That's
The last one, our favorite one, is The Office. I used to watch this show all the time when
Dwight Schrute.
I used to watch the show all the time when I was in college, way before I met Tristan. And I knew every show, every season. I loved it so much. My favorite things about the show is the way that it's filmed. It's almost like the first couple of episodes when I watched it years ago, I was turned off at first because of the way that it was filmed, but then I got into it. And it's so funny. So a couple years ago we started it?
Yeah.
We've watched all the seasons, and there's how many, 9?
Yeah, there's 9 seasons, yeah.
And a couple years ago I made him start watching it, and I would say the same thing. The first couple episodes you were like, what am I watching?
Yeah, first couple episodes, it just starts off, I'm like, what is this? I was like, I work in an office. So if that was to happen in my office, we'd all be fired. Like it was an HR call every single day. It should have been. And the good thing I liked about it the most was like my head coach that coaches basketball with me. He watches it too. So we'll be late at night texting, and he'll be like, "Oh, I'm watching this episode right here," and I've watched it so much that I can just off the top of my head know which episode he's talking about. So I'll text back with him, and it's kind of fun. Who's your favorite character on there?
I love Jim. I listened to Claire on the air, Hot 96 in the morning on the way to school, Asher knows every word to every song on the radio, and that's probably why. But I listen to it every morning. I think she's hilarious. And this morning on the way to practice, she was talking about they do Tinder Tuesday, where they look at Tinder profiles and they find funny ones and change the names and ages, and then they share it, and it's funny. And one of the Tinder profiles was this girl, and she put in her bio, I'm one of those girls that looks around randomly as if I'm Jim looking into a camera. And I'm like, I'm that person. Like, sometimes I'm like, what is happening? And I feel like I'm Jim on the episode of The Office. So I thought that was hilarious. But that's one of my favorite aspects of the show, is how, like, they know the camera's there. It's just funny.
And I don't really like Netflix for discontinuing The Office. There was all kinds of reports that July 20th that they're going to discontinue The Office and take it off of there. That's bullcrap, because I would watch it every day.
And we do. We watch it all. Like, we rewatch episodes. It's one of those shows that, like, you watch it season in order to kind of get it down. But it's one of those where you can, like, go, oh, I want to watch that episode.
Yeah.
Or, oh, I want to watch that episode. You can never get tired of watching it. No, it's so funny.
You would always laugh. So, that is our top 12 Netflix shows, series, whatever you want to call it. If we missed some, comment and let us know which ones we missed, because we love to watch Netflix all the time, every single night. We cut down our cable just to watch Netflix.
Yeah.
So if we missed any, or you guys want to take some from our list, go ahead and watch them. We'd love to see what you guys think about it. Till next time. Peace.